Hi, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of Game and Interactive Media Design. We have just put bends on this object, the bend modifiers, and so it's actually looking a lot like a barrel. What we need to do now is just fix, how its pivot point. We have to reset all of its XYZ values for its rotations and transforms, things like that. What you didn't see me do is because I did it after I stopped the video, is I saved it again. I did save as and hit the plus button, so it's now barrel 07 if you're keeping up. Okay, let's reset the Xforms, because it's kind of acting a little crazy with all these modifiers we've put on it, all this movements we've done. There is a tab here called Utilities. There is a thing called Reset Xform. If you don't see Reset Xform, if you click More, you will find it here somewhere. And I already have mine out, so this is fine. But if you don't see that, you might have to click the More button. Reset Xform. I want to select this object. Oh, and I can't really reselect it. Okay, so we're going to have to do a few things. I'm going to disable that by clicking it. I'm going to select this and ungroup this. And when I do that, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I'm going to attach all of these together, so they are actually all the same object. I forgot I'd have to do that. So now I'm going to select just the first plank, maybe. Let's see, where's box 01? I'm going to select box 01. It doesn't matter what you select. And I'm going to go into the edit poly. And notice just look at my stack here. This is kind of interesting. Because I added the bend modifier to every single thing, notice that I have this bar here, right? So all of the instances have the bend modifier, but also look at this hoop. This is actually, the stack is just slightly different. It's a little complicated right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select box 1. I'm going to add an edit poly modifier onto it. And I'm going to want to attach all of these staves together. There. And I'm actually going to want to attach everything together. So I'm going to go ahead and click that little box and say everything. Now I've hidden everything that isn't part of this object, so mine should work well. It's going to ask me to match material IDs to material. Yes, what that means is, it actually probably doesn't matter as much here, but just say okay to match material IDs to material. Yay. Alright, now this is one object. Undo. Okay. And when I do this, we might not actually need to use the Xform here. Reset Xform. I'm going to go back to my hierarchy. Hierarchy is this one. Affect pivot point only. Yeah, you see how that pivot point, its directions, it's all screwy, right? And so maybe I need to say center the object, align to world. There we go. That makes sense. Now that it's aligned to the world, the pivot point it's reset to the center of the object. What I want to do is set that to the bottom of the barrel. That will just help me a little bit. So I'm going to hit align, click on the barrel, and say pivot point wants to go to the minimum of the barrel, but actually just for the Z position. There. And then say OK. And now that pivot point is at the very bottom center. Uncheck affect pivot only. I'm going to right click all of my move transforms so that it's centered at 0, 0, 0. Perfect. Okay. The only things we don't have now are is the top of this barrel. The top and the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that in the next step.